When it comes to trading, consistency is the rule of the game. Consistency is the name of the game. We are not going to just class consistency on a broad scale. We're going to narrow it down into a couple of talking points. So consistency from two perspectives. We're going to be looking at consistency from journaling. We're going to be looking at consistency of process. And let's say a bonus, we're going to be looking at consistency from perspective of risk. So what do we mean by consistency of journaling? So in trading, journaling is one of the most key things you can do in the market. One of the key things you should do in the market to be able to, to move forward. Let's put it this way. What you don't track, you don't know. So if you're not journaling, you're not able to track your data and know what's working, and what's not. So if you don't know what's working, how do you know? If you don't know what's working, how do you know how to adjust things to be able to function? That is where journaling comes in place. So that breaches the word consistency from the game. It's a consistent game of journaling. As soon as you take a trade, see what happens in the trade, see what you need to learn from the trade. If you follow your rules and all of that, you make sure you add that to your journal. Then let's talk about, consistency of process. How do you take your trade? What do you see in the market, to make you take a trade? What kind of pair do you trade? These are the things that comes from process. As a trader, one of the key things you need to understand is we are process oriented. We're not results oriented. After a string of trade, you can check your results, but you need to follow your process. Process can be very tedious sometimes because let's say you take your first trade, it's a loss. Your second trade, it's a loss. Your third trade, it's a winner. The fourth trade is a winner. Your fifth trade is a loss. Sixth loss, seventh loss. This is very common in the market. Will you still keep going, and will you still keep following your rules? Will you still keep following your principles in the market after this kind of scenario presents itself in the market? That is what consistency of process mean in the market. These are more of this is going to be one I'm going to be talking about on the 21st of February. 21st of February, I'm going to be holding a free webinar. We're going to also be talking about consistency of risk.